Hello. Oh, g'day. How you going? Welcome to Sumo's Projects, and welcome to this week's project. This week's project is making an iPhone holder for your vehicle, and I made this entirely from scrap materials because I thought, looking at the cost of some of these items, they're around about $40 just to put a cradle for your phone and to mount it somewhere in your vehicle. So I thought, I've got enough scrap materials and now to make my own device. So it also has a speaker. I made a bit of a speaker box for it, so that just gives me a little bit greater volume for when the phone rings, or for if I'm listening to radio or something like that. So anyway, guys, if this is the first time to Sumo's Projects, I'd love it if you go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Maybe give it the thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy this build. Alright, let's get cracking. Put me phone. Got to build something. Ooh. We don't use these anymore. Bit of Merbu decking. That could work. Let's make this. For this project, I wanted to make this iPhone holder using just all the scrap materials I could find, whether they were lying under my workbench or in corners or wherever you may find the stock. I commenced with cutting out a few pieces, and then I went about using my hand tools, because I love using hand tools, and it was a good workout. So I cut one piece that was a little bit smaller and ripped it to a thickness that was going to sit in between the first bit that I ripped. The pin nailer and glue extensively in this project, just marking out things as I went, and they had to be fitting in accordance with the size of my phone. So far what we've got is got our Merbu decking. That's going to fit inside that holder, and I've also got this bit of acacia. These are all scraps, so that'll slide in as so, and this will be attached. And what I want to do next is I want to put some sort of riser there and glue that down. The phone should then slide in between, and then we go on to the next part, making a little bit of a speaker compartment. So I'll go ahead and do that now. As I mentioned, I used just about everything I could get my hands on in the shop. This was an old Jarrah drawer front from a furniture setting that was given to me. The thing is with the old furniture things, they're really heavy, and I think people got sick of moving these around, because I think there was a few back injuries that went with along with these moves. So I'm utilising it here, and I'm glad I've got all this stuff on hand. People tend to say you can never have enough clamps, and I think I tend to agree with this type of approach to woodworking, because it seems like you never do have enough. Anyway, I proceeded to cut things to size and used a bit of glue, used pin nails, and as you can see, it was just a bit of repetition in work. This part of it here is just a stop, so it stops the phone from falling through. It's pretty important when you're doing a custom type job to just go along many times and check things as you're going to see if they're going to fit, because it's a bit too late once you've applied the glue and the nails. I'm up to a stage. I don't want to show you all the cuts because that gets boring pretty quick. I've attached the sides here with just some pin nails, and also the bottom. Now what I want to do next is find myself some material. I might use this plywood or find something a little bit thinner, and that'll secure the phone in and stop it from moving anywhere. So I'll go ahead and cut the parts. Once again, I won't bore you with all these cuts, but when I get to the stage of assembly, I'll show you. And I'm also going to drill a hole through the bottom so I can feed my power cable to charge the phone through there. And I'm also going to drill a series of small holes to see how that amplifies the sound any better than just what the speakers on the phone allow. So hopefully this will sound a little bit better, and I'm happy with the project so far. There's probably a dozen ways you can make something like this. You can use a lot better types of joinery than I'm using, but I wanted this to be a weekender, or really a couple of hour project, because it was only for my work vehicle, so it wasn't anything that's going to be appreciated by anyone bar me. So I'm drilling a hole here for my charge cable, and that just pokes through there. And then I'm going to drill a few small holes in the side to see if that makes any difference to capturing the volume and making the phone sound a little bit louder. If I shake it long enough, there might be a bit of money that falls out of it, but look, for what it is, I used scrap material. I sort of slapped it together, as you saw. I used brad nails and a little bit of glue here and there, cut bits, modified it, see how it goes. Now the litmus test is to take it to the truck, but before I go there, many years ago, I received this from Rob Appleman, from Rob's Woodshop, or Rob's Workshop. Rob doesn't have a channel anymore, but he was kind enough to send me this. So it's made of leather, and he's embossed my name there. So I think it's going to be befitting to glue that onto there, and that'll be the final detail for this build. So I had this embossed leather sent over by Rob. I miss Rob's channel, but unfortunately he's not doing YouTube anymore. This fits perfectly onto the front of this, so I thought I'm going to give it a use here, and I think it worked out really nicely. Where'd the sun go? Super happy at how this turned out using just scrap wood that was in the shed. It works well, and I'm going to get plenty of good usage out of this in my work day. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe. That helps my channel. Hit the notification bell, and maybe share my videos. So thank you very much. Until next build, all the best. How far is it to Melbourne?
Melbourne is about 135 kilometres away as the crow flies.
How long's a bit of string?
Okay, I found this on the web for how long is a bit of string. Check it out.
God, you're clever, Siri. You know everything.